color form. We talked about this morning. This is part 2. We talked about y-intercept. That's really important. If the question says find the x and y intercept, I tell you, I'm starting. You sub the 0 in to the equation for the x, that solves for the y-intercept. Then you can sub it for the y, and that gives you the x-intercept. Okay, the formula that you need to have imprinted in your brain to be able to graph anything is y equals mx plus b. Slope-intercept formula, y equals mx plus b. We learned this morning that the slope is m and the y-intercept is b. That stuff you will have to have memorized. Always graph the b, the y-intercept, first. So when you have an equation like this, in fact, here's an example. Here's the equation. Y'all determine that this is the slope, this is the y-intercept, okay? If I were to tell you to graph this, you would put this -2 on the graph first in the form of a dot, okay? Then from there, you do your slope, okay? All right, good. All right. If the equation is not already in y equals mx plus b format, like this, then you have to do intruder alert to get it to look like that. And we did that this morning. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. Now, moving along. Oh, look at that. I'm not ready. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay, open your books to page 377. 377. 377.
You okay today?
I am. I'm dressed casual.
Yeah.
I'm comfy casual. Okay.
She's not mean today.
I'm not mean today. I can be mean today.
Please don't be. Please no.
It depends on my students. I told 8th grade that, and I kind of told 6th grade that.
I'm trying to scare us.
No.
No, we make her smile, though.
Sometimes.
Not all the time.
Sometimes. Okay. So let's look. The directions say find the x and y intercepts of the following lines. Okay, so they want you to find the x and y intercepts. So they give you 3x minus 5y equals 30. Okay, to find the x and y intercepts, that's when we sub the 0 in. Okay? That's when we sub the 0 in. So we're going to start, we'll start with x first. Yes?
Can
Yeah, man, go for it.
Okay, so 3 times 0, like the bracket thingy,
Uh-huh.
Minus 5y equals 30.
And I'm going to write on here sub. There you go. Okay.
So,
All right, Talia?
so 0, because 3 times 0 is 0, minus 5y equals 30, which is the same thing as negative 5y equals 30. Now you divide both sides by negative 5.
Perfect. Because we're separating the -5 and the y.
Which means y equals negative 6.
Okay, there's my y-intercept. And by the way, your teacher does not mind if you give me this. Officially, it should be written like this. Okay, now tell me how to get the x-intercept. Kelly, you did the y-intercept, so Kelly, how do I get the x-intercept?
Okay, so you want to write this in your formula again?
Okay,
I'm slow, so hold it. Then so it's 3x negative 5 in parentheses
0.
0. Sorry, I said
I don't know if you're like, oh. Okay, now what do I do?
I wrote this wrong. I said it right. Okay, so okay, so then it's 3x negative 0
Minus 0
minus 0 30
equals.
equals 30. I wrote it down right. It just
Okay, so then it's really 3x equals 30. Now tell me what to do.
Then you divide 3 by both sides. I got it this time.
Yes, you did get it this time.
Okay, and you get x equals 10. So there's your x-intercept, which would be officially written as
0
10
0.
and 0.
Oh yeah, because this is the x.
That's right, because it's the x. Look at you go. All right, any questions? None? Yes,
How's your day been?
great. Okay, let's move on. Do y'all understand how to find the x and y intercepts? Joseph, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so we can move on. Oh no, I've already done that. Okay.
Is there any chance that we might get I'm trying to remember what it's called, a decimal
No.
answer
No,
in these?
no.
Never.
This,
No.
that,
How about
What is what?
the normal dress code.
I will talk to you about that in science.
How about a fraction
No.
answer?
No.
So only whole
What?
answers?
For x and y intercepts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, in Algebra 1, you might get different stuff, but in pre-algebra, you shouldn't. Okay, let's move right along so you have time. 8. It says, find the slope and y-intercept of the following lines. So, Joseph, 8 is y equals 2x plus 4. So, there's the equation. All I need to know is, what is the slope? Joseph?
The slope is the slope is 2.
Very good. What is the y-intercept, Joseph?
Y-intercept is 4.
Which is B. You need to get that in y'all's heads, man. Okay, there you go. Atalia, if I was to graph this, which one would I graph first? The B. I'm putting a star right here because that is first. And remember, this is the formula. Okay, very, very good. Any questions? All right, let's do another because I want to make sure you have a good understanding. Atalia, you can do number 10. Y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 8. Tell me what the slope is. That's fine.
Okay, the slope is negative 3 over 2.
Yep. So the slope, which is m, is negative 3 over 2. What is the y-intercept?
Positive 8. Or 8.
Yeah, no, you can say positive 8. Excellent. Any questions?
Can you write slower?
No. You gotta write faster.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great blow to my confidence.
No problem. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Kelly, number 12. Change the following equations to slope-intercept form and find the slope and y-intercept. So there's 3 answers here. You've got to change this to the correct format and then tell me what the slope and y-intercept is. Now remember, we got to change this to look like this. They want you to change this equation into the correct format, the slope-intercept form. How do I do that?
Okay, yeah, I can do this. Okay, so
Come on. You are going to waste your time.
-8. It's okay.
What do we need to get all by itself?
Y.
Okay, so what do I need to move first over here to start getting that y all
The
by
negative
itself?
8, and it turns to
Nope. What do I move first? Intruder alert.
-8.
Nope.
3.
3 what?
3.
Don't I need to move this whole thing here first?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So how do I move this whole thing here first?
You make it a negative.
You subtract it on both sides. So you get -8y equals -3x plus 16. Make sure you put that -3x first. Y'all see that? Children?
But doesn't the 16 become a negative?
No. No. The last time the reason it became a negative, right here, because we're left with a -y. And then we had to change everything out. Good question, though. No, I'm serious. That was a good question. Now what do I do, Kelly?
I have no idea. I'm not good at this part.
No, yes, you are. What? Okay, we need to get y all by itself. So what do I need to get rid of?
The -8.
How do I get rid of the -8?
By subtracting it to 16.
Okay, so somehow you were able to do this over here, but somehow you have forgotten how to do it here.
Yeah.
We want to get rid of the -8, but leave the y, right?
Yeah.
What operation is taking place between the -8 and the y?
The intruder alert.
What operation, though? Adding,
Oh,
subtracting,
subtracting.
multiplying, or dividing?
Subtracting.
8 minus y?
Multiplication.
We're multiplying these two together, right?
Yeah.
So if
So
we
it's
want,
division.
that's right, we're dividing. So we want to separate, get rid of the 8 from the y. So we have to, look what I'm doing. We have to divide the -8 by everything. Do y'all see that? Every single term. Do you see that, Kelly? So now I have y equals. Now look here. I want all y'all looking up here. Can 3 be divided evenly by 8? No. Negative over negative gives you a, right? Negative over negative gives you positive. Joseph, are you looking? So then this would be 3 over 8x. In your slope, you can't have a decimal. This is slope, so you got to keep it just like this, rise over run. So then positive 16 divided by -8 is what, Kelly?
Positive 8. No.
Positive 16 divided by -8.
-2.
Okay, there you go. Good job, Kelly. You took that whole equation all on your own and changed it to this format. Now, y equals mx plus b. You see how it checks? Now, stop talking. Now, Kelly, what is the slope?
The slope is 3 over 8.
Bingo, 3 over 8. What is the y-intercept?
The y. No. The y-intercept is the.
Y-intercept.
It's the -2.
Very good. You have to have all of these answers for number 12 for this section. Any question?
Is there IXL on this?
Yeah.
There's 6 IXLs that should.
I've already assigned them. They're due Wednesday. All right, let's look at number 14. Any questions, Kelly?
I'm having a difficult time with 14, but yeah.
We haven't done 14 yet.
I mean 12.
Okay, but do you understand what we did?
A little bit. I don't understand why we divided -8 by everything.
Okay, because we have to get rid of this. To separate it, you have to divide it, remember, on both sides?
Okay.
Like right here.
I understand why it's both sides.
Okay, so this has all this over here on this side, so it has to be under everything.
Okay, I understand now. Because the
Good.
negative and yeah, I'm stupid.
No, that's okay. That's a good question. I don't want to move forward until you have your questions answered. Any questions? Okay. Natalia, you want to do 14? Okay. Now let's watch carefully on this one, okay? 7x minus 2y equals 14. Okay, we got to move this around to be in the y equals mx plus b format.
Okay. So you're going to subtract 7x from both sides. So from 7x and 14.
Do you understand that, Kelly?
Yes.
Don't just write down. Actually think about what you're writing to.
So that would be -2y equals -7x plus 14.
Perfect.
Which is the
Not yet.
or almost.
Y is not by itself.
So now we have to get rid of the -2.
How do I do that?
You divide both sides by everything from -2.
Very good. So see that, Kelly? We're dividing everything by -2 to get rid of it. Does that make better sense?
Yes, I understand now.
Okay.
The first part and the second part.
Joseph, how are you doing over there?
Good.
All right.
So it's y equals, and then negative over a negative is a positive. So 7/2 x plus -7.
Or -7.
Or yes.
Okay, so that is in correct format. Y equals mx plus b
You're
format.
saying incorrect, it's like incorrect.
Oh, sorry. As incorrect format. Okay, no, it's in the correct format. So, Atalia, what is the slope?
7/2.
And what is the y-intercept?
-7.
All right, I think you guys are feeling a little bit better. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here.
There's no like graph thing, right?
Oh, yeah, we're about to do it now.
Hmm.
Okay.
Is there any graph in there?
So, let's see. Number...
Do we have to write both of those on like the worksheet?
What?
14. I mean 13 or 11. Do we have to write both of those?
Okay, it asks for this and these two things, so follow directions. All right, so now we're going to go on to number 20. Number 20 and so on is when we start getting into the graphing. All right, here's some graph paper. All right, here we go. 20. It says use the slope-intercept form to graph the following lines. Okay, so we're going to do several of these. If we run out of time, we run out of time. Then we'll just take notes today, and tomorrow you'll do the work. Okay? All right, so 20. And I mean, we're going to do a lot of these. 20 is y equals 1/2 x minus 1. Okay, hold on. Joseph, is this in the correct format?
Yes.
It is. So we don't have to make any changes. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Joseph, to be able to graph this line, we need to know two things. We need to know the slope. What is the slope?
Slope is 1/2.
1/2 or 1/2, and I'm going to write rise over run next to it. Okay, this is information you need to know to be able to graph. What is the y-intercept? -1. All right, so there's my important information that I need to know. Now, got it? I'm going to write right here, number 20, and I'm going to write the equation again. That's entirely, your choice.
Or can we like, if you call them, like go up to the board and like.
I can do that too.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that. Okay, but if you want to copy this, you can too. I mean, it's entirely to you. If you start doing this and you're like, man, I get it, then you're fine. Kelly, do you have a question?
Yes, I do.
What?
So on the things I'm supposed to do, I understand the rise and the run, but on the beat equaling -1,
Yeah?
what are we going to do with that? Or
Well,
are
I'm
we-
about to show you.
I just
Silly
wanted to
girl.
make sure if I knew or if I didn't understand.
You're asking if you knew it? Okay. Now, do you understand how he got the slope and the intercept? You got that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
got that.
Joseph, which one did I say you plot first on the graph?
The 1/2. The y-intercept.
The y-intercept. This right here is first, always. You plot that first. Do y'all all understand? That's the rule. The y-intercept is always first. So, if it's the y-intercept and it's -1, I'm going to put it right here because that's -1. Do y'all understand that?
Yeah, I understand that's the line.
Okay, but do you understand this is the y-axis? The y-intercept is -1. Remember, that is the y-intercept.
So the y-intercept is kind of like what goes on the y line.
That's right. The y-intercept is what goes on the y line. Good job. Okay, so you plot that first. You see it's -1 and I put it on -1. Joseph, do you see that? Everyone see that? Now, Joseph, you may go up to the board and you will start right here at this y-intercept. Or do you want me to do it first and you do the next one?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do it first. Okay, so then we're going to do our slope. I want all of y'all to watch. You start at the y-intercept. My rise is 1, so I'm going to go up 1.
Oh.
My run is 2. 1, 2.
And it's positive, so you go to the
And it's
right.
positive.
And you go up. Okay. Okay.
And then I connect my dots.
The graphic is so easy. I was dreading it before, but now I'm
There you go.
I'm like, okay. That's not bad. I'm like,
No, rise. You start here at that's why your y-intercept should always be put on there first.
What if the y-intercept was a fraction?
In pre-algebra, you probably won't have that. If anything, it's only going to be like a half, and that would be like halfway.
Okay.
But
We
you
have to
start
be up in like the top part, right?
what?
Or-
No, it could be a negative half. And don't worry about that right now. Let's worry about whole numbers first.
Okay.
So your y-intercept, you plot that first. Then you start there and do your rise, which is +1, go up 1, and then your run is +2, 1, 2. And then connect the dots.
You rise and you run.
Wait,
Make sense? Huh? I just did.
Oh, you mean that kind of connect up. I mean like how you rise and run it.
Okay, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do another. 22. Joseph, this time you're going to do this on your own. 22. Oh, this is a good one. Y equals x minus 4. Okay, Joseph. What is my, first of all, is it in y equals mx plus b format?
No, it's not.
Wait, shh. Is it in at least this format though?
Yes.
Okay, so y is by itself, we have the x and then that. So let me ask you something. What is the slope? Trick question.
1.
Bingo.
Exactly.
Kelly, did you see that? There's no number here with the x, so we pretend it's 1. So since we need to do it in rise over run, I'm going to do it as 1 over 1, just because we're about to graph it. Rise over run. But if you put just 1, that's okay as well. Okay? Now, Joseph, what is your y-intercept?
4. Negative 4.
Negative 4. Joseph, which one am I plotting first?
And negative 4.
Negative 4 is first. Okay, so I'm going to draw my graph. Joseph's about to go up there and do some work.
We can't see the bottom of the thing.
That's okay.
Oh, well,
Joseph, quit playing around.
I said we for like you writing it. He said we for that.
Okay. Joseph, I'm going to hold this steady. You go up there and you use a marker and put the y-intercept first.
Some of these, like in coach's class, don't work.
Mine work. Okay, now I'll put it on mine too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now your now you do your slope. Perfect. Up 1 and over 1. Rise over run. Close enough. Good job. Y'all understand how to do this? All right, erase your line. Hold on. Good job, Joseph. Okay. Natalia, number 26. Okay, so first, 26. Oh, no. It's x minus 3y equals 9. Oh, no. It is not in y equals mx plus b format, is it? How do I get it into y equals mx plus b format?
So you subtract, well, 1 or x or 1x, whatever you want to put, from both sides, and which would get you 0, but
Negative 3y
yeah,
equals
8x, or, oh no, negative x plus 9.
very good. Does everyone see that?
I put one negative 1x.
It's okay. But does everyone see that? All right, now what do you do?
And now you gotta get rid of the negative 3
How do I do that?
by adding, or no, sorry, dividing both sides by negative 3, but all this, yeah. I'm trying to catch up.
Catch up. Go ahead.
Okay, which gets you y equals,
Ooh, I want to see if Talia can figure this out.
hang on. Okay, y equals 1x or x over positive, like both positive because negative, so
Negative
x
over negative is positive.
So x over 3,
Or what were you about to say?
1x over 3.
Bingo. It's going to be 1 over 3x. Because even Kelly was saying, I put 1 at negative 1x. Yes, if there is no number there, go ahead and put a 1. Because the answer is 1 over 3x. I have students mess this up all the time. So make sure you understand negative over negative is positive. And if there's no number up there, stick a 1. So it's 1 over 3. Yes.
If we don't put the x on the 1 over 3, is that wrong?
If you don't have it looking like this, yes, it's wrong. You have to have an x there. That tells you it's your slope. If you didn't have an x there, then these two would combine. And it would be a wrong answer. Joseph, you have a question?
No, can I use the restroom?
Yes.
I like how he said
You better make it quick because we're moving on.
I like how he said no.
Okay, 9 divided by -3 is?
-3.
Okay, so here we have our format, our equation. Natalia, what is the slope?
1/3.
And I'm going to write rise over run. What is my y-intercept?
-3.
What is plotted first?
Yeah, B. -3.
Okay, so now I'm going to graph. Or draw the graph. All right, Natalia, come over here and show us how it's done.
I can't open it.
Use another marker then.
Now I want to open this.
Come on, you're wasting your time.
-3.
Perfect. Perfect.
I can't remember which one goes first. If it's the 3 or the 1. I think it's the.
Rise over run. You gotta remember that. Rise
Oh, so
over run.
Rise goes first. Okay.
Perfect.
And then you just.
Up 1, 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
I'm not gonna go through it. There.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Well, that's a pretty straight line.
Hey, that's pretty good. Now bring me some graph paper. Bring me just like 2 pieces.
Okay.
Any questions about this?
Are these pieces? Can I get the next one though?
I'm gonna have you do the next one before it's time to go.
They're on the stem.
Just pull 1 piece and that's all I'm gonna need. Hopefully we'll be done before the alarm sets. Thank you, dear. All right, any questions about this? All right, good, good, good. Last one. Oh yeah, this is a good one. 28. 28's a good one. It is 2x plus y equals 5. Okay, Kelly, you need to put it into y equals mx plus b format. So you tell me how to do it.
Okay. So you want to get the y on the other side. So then you do, what's it called? 2x, and you want to move it. I can't really explain it. Can I do it instead?
Just tell me what to do.
I know, but I hate explaining it. Negative 2x.
So we're subtracting. Good. On both sides. So I get y equals, and you tell me what it should say.
Y equals negative 2x equal plus 5.
Okay. Now this is in y equals mx plus b format. Good job. What is the slope?
Negative 2.
Now, if we're graphing it, how should I write that? Negative 2?
1 over negative 2.
Nope. It's a whole number.
Oh, sorry. Negative 2 over 1.
There you go. We want to put it into the rise over run kind of format, okay? Be careful with that. What is your y-intercept?
5.
Very good. What do I plot first?
So you want to plot 5 first.
Good. All right, I'm going to draw my graph.
I'm starting to understand.
I hope you do.
There's spelled first wrong. I spelled first.
X, Y. All right, I'll hold it steady.
Can you connect that line at the end to like the part on the left?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So at the end, it's not connected to like the end of
That?
the square.
Oh, no, come on, Kelly, because the buzzer is about to go. What is your y-intercept? What is your y-intercept? What is your y-intercept? What is it?
Your y-intercept is
Sept. Sept. PT.
Sept?
Intercept.
5.
It's positive or negative?
Positive. So it is in the wrong place. I am so sorry. We've been doing negatives.
Joseph, go sit down. We're still doing notes. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Perfect. Okay, so the slope was -2. Therefore, you start here and you go down 1, 2. And then the 1 was positive, so you went over 1.
I didn't do the line straight though.
That's okay. And then you connect.
I have a question.
Yes.
If it was -2 over -1,
It would be,
would you make it positive?
yep. If it was -2 over -1, that would be the same as 2 over 1.
But you wouldn't get that. Distance.
No, you'd get that. I mean, this, if you go down -2 and then over 1,
Yeah, you get it on the side. So then you could, yeah.
if you did that, let's pretend -2 and 1. Let's do it this way. +2 and 1. Oh, looky there. They fall on the same line.
Yeah.
So it would work.
Alright, it's an X. Yeah.
Any questions?
Looks like an X.
All right, so I'm going to stop there. Let me stop this.